you've got the competition who you've just left, then they're all putting like little digs or like, yeah, this is what a proper class looks like. Or
I think caring what people think is probably the biggest destroyer of dreams. I think to the majority of people listening at home,
if your gym's not got that vibe where it's intimidating, where people are getting better, no one's gonna want to come. Do you know what I mean? I absolutely hate to lose.
Oh, same, bro.
And I think for me, if I lose,
even against my girl, that's good, bro. I have to beat her everything.
I lost once at bowling and I was fuming. She's trying to hug me and shit. I was, get off me, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Gooms Podcast. 90% of you guys are actually not subscribed, so please make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn the bell notifications on so you can get notified every time we release a podcast. Enjoy the episode.
I don't do snus no more.
So bad. Oh, why?
It made me feel like anxious, and
really,
I had proper come downs on it. Like I'd feel
Come downs?
like I'd feel depressed because I don't like the fact of, feeling chilled out. So when I feel chilled out, it makes me feel anxious, like I'm being lazy. So when I had a snus, I'd just be in bed lying there and just not wanting to do anything all day.
I think it depends how you use it, like, because
My main thing is like productivity.
yeah,
When I'm on my laptop, like I feel lost. This is gonna sound really, really bad, but I found lost editing without one. Not lost, but it just helps me just
lock in.
yeah, like I'm dialed when I've got one in.
No, it had the complete opposite for me. Put it in.
Physical stuff, I could never do it with, but after a hard workout or a hard run or whatever.
Yeah, but that's the thing where it would do the opposite for me. It would almost make me feel anxious because I don't want to feel like laid back. For me, when I feel laid back, I get anxious.
I don't even think it makes me feel laid back anymore.
No, they don't. They never really did that for me. I just feel fucking.
Yeah, for me, it's in there, and I'm almost just like
What were you doing though? Tips?
driving. Yeah, I was doing the biggest ones, like
there you go,
Pablos, like the mad ones.
If you're
even
doing
the cheap ones,
85
though.
above, 85 and
Pablos
above.
weren't that deep. I never used to like strong ones. I used to do like the 50 mg. That was the Pablos. And Chris used to have the craziest ones, like 130 mg.
Yeah, they're
Like
all mad.
I remember I put one in. It made my gun bleed.
Bleed.
They were the big,
Yeah,
thick
before,
white patches.
Yeah, you can
Because the
get
Sibs were the best ones, but I don't even know if they do them anymore.
No, they do.
They do
Do
that.
they?
I've had them like once in my life. I don't really
I don't like that you can't reuse a sib.
Yeah, the teeth and all.
There's-
Yeah, and it's like
The
all
pop.
like juices and like
It's brown, bro.
Yeah, and it's got the tobacco in it as well. So it actually has the tobacco, whereas the other ones it doesn't. But anyway, we're rolling. Bring it in, motherfucker.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Gooms Podcast, episode 42. 10 weeks off a year, man.
Damn
Working. Got Lamar today, our special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself, man?
Right, I'm Lamar. I like to call myself kind of a fitness specialist, but yeah, call me a PT. But yeah, thanks for me on the podcast.
Entrepreneur,
That's right, bro.
Businessman as well. Yeah,
hustler.
that's it.
Don't
All of
humble.
those.
Don't be humble with it, bro. Like,
I feel
come
like
on,
we have
man.
to tell
Talk your
every
shit.
guest that.
Yeah, man. Talk your shit, bro.
Yeah, I think for me, it's always I've got to be humble with where I'm at, and where I'm going to go to. For me, so it's like I'm a personal trainer. I'm looking for just to express myself today and let people know kind of what I've been through and how I've got to where I've got to today. So yeah, that's kind of it to start off with me, really. Just humble, young lion looking to achieve big and
Ambitious.
yeah,
Love that.
ambitious. I think I am very ambitious.
Yeah.
I just like to do big things, and yeah, literally starting with kind of 444 Fitness, my gym, and yeah, we're ready to take over for 2024.
Yes, sir.
How old are you, man?
I'm 24.
24.
Yeah.
Okay. So that hasn't got anything to do with 444, has it?
No, so 444 for me, one of my mentors, Lewis, I've got a number plate and it's LAM444R, so it spells Lamar, but with three fours. So like 3 4s in a sequence, it means you're on the right journey. So he went like, Lamar, do you know what like 444 stands for? I'm like, no. And he's like, it stands for like an angel sign, like you're on the right mission, you're on the right journey. So ever since that day, I've had like 444 in my head. And when I thought, you know what, if I open my own gym, I'm going to call it either 444 Fitness or 444 Performance. And here we are today. And I've got a gym called 444 Fitness. So
Shit, who's that?
It's not me.
It's not me.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
man. Sorry, guys, to the phone call break. That's cool.
I'm
bro.
not a
Don't worry. Do you
businessman.
need to take it?
Yeah, sorry.
Do you need to
That's
take
cool,
it?
bro.
No. Don't
Sure?
stress. Don't stress.
But yeah, no, that's beautiful, bro. 444. You always see 444 like in a girl's bio or like tatted on them or some shit like that, innit?
My sister's actually fucking got it tatted on her.
Oh, 444.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was 222.
It might be 222. I could be wrong. Yeah,
I've seen a
do you know what?
couple
I think
of
it is
people.
222.
But yeah,
Bro, what did you? You said that you wanted to kind of go through what you went through and stuff like that. What did you actually go through to get to where you are today?
Oh, wow. I used to play football, you see, and I think from football, the main thing for me, which I realised by playing football, I was never in that control element of my destiny. Like, you semi-are, but you semi-not, because if you've played football or I know you've played
you
football.
get dropped
Chris.
or you get released or you're not playing or you go.
It's mainly down to opinions, though.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing with me, because I'm so driven and I like to do things my way. That football element, I wasn't in control of it. So me playing like I played for like Mansfield Town, Nottingham Forest, Oxford United, I just got to positions where I wasn't in control, and sometimes it wasn't even down to my ability. It was kind of down to, let's just say, my attitude or just the way I am. I like to I isolate myself quite a bit. So sometimes I can feel like, or managers feel like I'm not a team player, and I think it's all about me. But for me, that's just how I work. I like to do my own thing. I like even in the changing rooms, I won't really talk to anyone. I have my own routine.
You don't really strike me as that type of person.
Yeah, I'm a massive introvert, believe it or not. Like, me coming now being like a personal trainer, I've had to change my ways.
in front of a class and like.
Yeah, like, believe it or not, I don't really give people eye contact. It's almost just like I've just got used to doing it now. But for where I started, from kind of playing football to then kind of taking an apprenticeship on when I was a little bit lost, after getting released and not getting a pro contract, or even kind of getting my scholarship, because I'd done something called like a YDS at Oxford. So they promised me like a 3-year deal, but I literally done a year, and then they were like, yeah, we're not going to give you the additional scholar, so see you later. So for me, had my heart set on, I had like a 3-year plan, which was told to me by the club. And then after like 12 months, end of year review, it's like, yeah, we're not giving you these extra 2 years. So for me, it was like, what do I do next?
How old are you at that stage?
I was 17.
What's that like, being like everything that you kind of planned for and the people that you were kind of dependent on for the next 2 years of your life to be
Yeah,
like,
I think
nah.
it's, for me, it's the perception of other people's opinions. I think that's what's limited my success at the start of my journey, because it's like my mates now, they're going to know I'm released and I'm back at home now and I haven't told anyone I've been released. So you're almost like, right, what do I do next? Like, the whole time when I come for the off season, I was with my mates and they were like, oh, when are you going back? And I was like, didn't tell anybody.
Shit.
But it is hard, I'm not going to lie, because sometimes you do stuff to impress people, especially when you're younger, because it's that status thing, like, oh yeah, I'm a pro footballer or I'm playing for this club. So yeah, I think it was kind of hard breaking from that. Like, I was in my bed, just depressed, like just lying there. But it was kind of my dad, he like woke me up and went, look, you can't be staying in this house for free now, son. You need to pay up. You need to go and get a job. So the kind of my next route was, what can I do where it's still involved in fitness? Because my sister was working at like McDonald's. She was like, come and get a job with me. And I was like, nah, I ain't a McDonald's worker. That's just not me. Oh, Costa, you can go and work there or do this or do that. And I was like, nah, that's not me. So I kind of thought, what can I do where I won't be seen? So I literally just started working in a factory. Like, I was just doing.
Why
like,
didn't you want to be
shifts.
seen?
Because again,
you cared what people
I cared
thought.
what people
Status.
thought. It was like McDonald's. It's like, oh, the teachers were right. You're going to be a failure. You're not going to do what I said I was going to be a
from
footballer.
being the guy that's playing football that's potentially going to go on to these big wages and big stadiums and all of this to that.
I think caring what people think is probably the biggest destroyer of dreams. I think to the majority of people listening at home, it's caring what people think is probably what's stopping them from going out and starting that business or building that gym or whatever it is. Caring what people think, because it's only other people's opinions really that give you insecurities.
We were there before we started the pod, especially me. H was eager. He was eager. He was like, bro, come on, man, let's get the pod. We've got half the kit. Let's go. I was like, bro, who's going to listen to us? Who wants to chat? What have we done? And then H helped me to be like, bro, fuck everyone. Let's do it. We want to do it. Let's do it properly. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we give it a go.
I think it's easier said than done, because, like, for instance, when you started your gym, you probably cared a lot more what people thought than you do now.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, I know for me, when I started, like, dabbling into things, and, like, people would have their opinions and take the piss out of me, that's when I was like, none of this really matters. It bothered me for about a month, probably a couple months, and then I was like, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna do what I enjoy and what makes me happy, and I'm gonna just keep grinding.
I think that's the facts. And for me, that's plain and simple, because that's all I've done. Literally, for my journey where I'm at today, I've literally just had my head tunnel vision, and I've just smashed all my goals. Like, I have like a moon board, I'll write everything down, if it's on a piece of paper or if it's on the board, and I just go, right, I'm going to attack this goal today. And this, even if it's like a short-term goal, a long-term goal, I'm just ticking it off all on my list. And it's like, I always set new ones as well. Once I do one, it's like, right, next one, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this.
What's the next thing on the board now?
So the next thing is, to be fair, with the gym, my target for this year was to get 50 members. I've done that 2 months ago.
So
everyone,
we've got to 50 now.
Congrats, bro.
And over the last 8 weeks, we've added an extra 30% already on the members. So we're touching nearly 80 members already before the end of the year.
Well done, bro.
So kind of the goal now is, if we can get to 100 members by the end of the year, then push towards that kind of 150 margin for 2024. I think that sets sights for my next plans, which I want to do with the gym and stuff like that. So now it is going well. But again, it's me having that mindset of not caring, because I moved from a gym where I was working with a guy who had everything going for him, like everything, like probably the best gym in the Midlands, or you could say UK.
But was this from, you went from the factory to that?
The way the storyline works with my journey is, I started off doing an apprenticeship when I was 17, and I worked for just a kind of small independent gym called Audi Fitness, for two owners called Mal and Lee, who were just lovely people, just down-to-earth characters. They had a lovely community, but it was more of like a class gym, but also like a gym as well. So you had two different demographics of people. You had people who wanted to come and do classes like spin or like little boot camp sessions, and then you had people who would just pay a membership who come
get a pump.
But knowing me, I outgrew it, and that's no disrespect to Liam now. I kind of outgrew it very quickly, because I had the ideas in my head, and I was looking what was going on at other places, which I talked to the next place, which was kind of like Velocity Training Club, where kind of I sent the owner, Jamie, like a video, because he put a post out on Instagram. It was like, looking for new trainers, and Velocity. I've looked up to this Jamie guy for ages with all the football stuff, when he was training like Ronaldo.
Wait, Jamie Velocity?
Yeah.
Jamie Velocity?
Yeah,
oh my God, shit, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you work there?
So that's where I
I
worked.
actually don't know who it is.
You were saying Velocity, and then you said with the footballers, and then Jamie Velocity makes sense?
Yeah, so we obviously trained Anthony Joshua as well. So for me, as a like 15, 16-year-old, I'd go on Jamie's page and kind of look at what he's doing with the footballers, and then go and reenact that and do that and train myself for like a season by doing those drills. So for me, it's like, if I couldn't be a player, like I wouldn't mind being a trainer. So I kind of sent Jamie like a video. I was like, look, my name's Lamar. I probably still got the video today, to be fair. He's got it as well in his DMs. I was like, look, my name's Lamar. Like, I'm looking for an opportunity. I'm seeing you looking for new trainers. I'd love the opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And then kind of I got like an interview. I came down, I spoke to him. And from there, I kind of started to build myself, and I got an opportunity to kind of work there. If it was helping out on like free classes and just building myself up, learning how kind of like a more private training facility worked. And then I just started growing and growing and growing and growing from there. So it's almost like from where I'm at now to going through that journey from working for like a small independent gym to working for like a place like Velocity, where it's got reputation, like the guy's training like heavyweight champion of the world, traveling all around the world. You're seeing all these famous people come into the gym, or even you're getting opportunities to go with him and go and train like Manchester United players, and you're being around it. Then you're working for Nike and you're doing events with Nike, and then to go in, hold on a minute, I'm going to open up my own gym now and have nothing, and I'm a nobody. No one knows who I am. No one knows who 444 is. And it's like, I've come to my gym now where I've got no reputation. I've got no members. I did build a client base, but it wasn't massive. But I had to take this step again because I outgrew the gym, because I know in my head I need that element of control to be able to go where I want to get to. And it's like I got to the point at Velocity again, even though it being this well-known gym with loads of members, with loads of reputation, I outgrew it because for me, it wasn't mine. Do you know what I mean? I've got nothing to do with that. People are there for other people's achievements, not my credentials. So I knew I had to step away and go and do my own thing, which I have done now. And I'm slowly building my own reputation. I've got kind of 2 boxers with me now who are going to be fighting on the 18th of November on Sky. So that's a good thing for me. And then like the members have grown. People are recognising my name. Even I had a lady come to a class today. It's like, you're Lamar. Oh my God, I've seen you on Instagram. Oh, it's so good to meet you. And it's like, whoa, like, okay, now people are actually respecting what I do. So I'm getting that, what's the word? Like appreciation.
The recognition.
Recognition of people actually knowing like my skills or my skill set, or even like the services I'm offering now. People are actually coming to 444 Fitness. Yeah. For me, they're not coming for other people now. They're coming for me. So
and what you've built. Yeah, man, that's dope.
What's the long-term goal with the gym?
So the long-term goal of the gym, to be fair, I spoke to a guy the other day about opening another one, but it just wasn't right, and I know it's not right. But my long-term plan with the gym is I've got so much plans in key, but I know I need to keep some of them secret because you've got competition out there and you're fighting.
You're not trying to give us an excuse on the pod. So
I have to chill out just yet, but I have got plans to kind of, with the gym, build a mezz on top of it, kind of have an office, like have a nice space where I can kind of bring clients in. Because for me, my vision is, my mentor always says, Lamar, stop worrying about opening another gym. Focus on your online stuff. You need to focus on hitting more of a demographic of people around the world. He says you need to scale, you need leverage, Lamar. Focus on your TikTok, focus on your Instagram Reels, focus on your YouTube. You need to start doing that. You need to get people to recognize you, to buy product. If it's an online product, if it's a program, it's like, look, this, what you're doing with the gym, you only can do so much with it before you can't do any more, and it's taking up all your time, and you need something where it's more relaxed and it's more scalable. It's
like March On. They drop they've got the products now. They've got obviously the online training and stuff. Like you said, it's scalable. Like I'd be scared to know the numbers that those guys are doing now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just out of one gym, isn't it? They haven't got
they've got actually 3 gyms.
Oh, is it 3?
They've got 3 gyms. They've got a couple in London, which obviously is more, I think they're franchise, or it's just, I think I've got to build my gym first, though. I think once I get in a position, I've got to be able to trust people to take my business model and to be able to open another one. And because I'm not fully there yet with mine, there's no point me trying to open other ones if this one isn't to its full max and it's rammed. Do you know what I mean? I've got to make sure I maximise the space and make sure I know the business in and out, and we're still growing, because even with High Rocks as well, that's massive now. And for me, I know if I bring that to my gym, it could bring in a whole nother audience of members.
Yeah, completely different demographic for the people. Because right now, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's your everyday gym goers kind of thing that are your clients right now. When you hit the people that are really coming to go to the next level in their fitness journey, or someone like H, for example, who's got a High Rocks booked or a marathon booked, and they're coming to you to get ready, etc., and it just opens up massive things. And then that's where you can scale online, because you've got these kind of people to show off as well, if that makes sense.
No, exactly. I think it's giving clients a goal, because fitness has changed. Not everyone's coming just to lose weight. Like I've got like a session called Unleash. People are coming to compete. People want to win. People want that competitive edge. Like a lot of people on Instagram, they'll be like, oh, we've got a gym which is kind of not intimidating. But for me, it's like, if your gym's not got that vibe where it's intimidating, where people are getting better, like, no one's going to want to come. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that comes from the academy upbringing that you had?
Is what, sorry?
Do you think that mentality that you've got for the gym comes from the academy upbringing in football?
Yeah, defo, because for me, you've got to have competitiveness. If it's not intimidating, how are you supposed to get better? Because if you walk into a session now and everyone is at one level, there's nowhere for you to push. It's just like if you come into a class and no one's getting fitter or everyone's beginner, then you need to look at someone and go, I want to be as good as them. Or can I get as good as this person? Once I'm as good as that person, now you're looking on the next person in the class. Do you know what I mean? That's how just I work. And I know a lot of members have worked like that way, because competitiveness is which makes you better. You need competition. If you look at all the top sports teams in the world, do you know what I mean? Even looking at Jude Bellingham now, he's went from Birmingham City to Dortmund, now to Real Madrid. And look at the competition there. You've got Modric, you've got Cruz, you've even got other young players.
And he's playing his best football.
But he's playing his best football because he's around better individuals. And my dad's always said to me as a saying, Lamar, money goes to money. Do you know what I mean? If you're around money, you're going to make money. If you're around positive people, you're going to be positive. Yeah. So if you're putting yourself with people who are not fit, how are you going to get fitter? Because you're not going to be able to push. So
I do kind of, I don't completely disagree with you, but I don't think that you have to be around. Like, you don't have to be, right, okay, the best way for me to say it is, I completely agree. Like, the saying, like, obviously you surround yourself with 5 millionaires, you're going to be the 6th. Surround yourself with 5 positive people, you're going to be the 6th. But in terms of fitness, though, I think that if you're willing to, with someone with your mentality, my mentality, with Chris' mentality, I'd take myself out on my own. And if I need to go on a run, I'll go get it, regardless of, like, who's watching. I don't need to compete against no one. Like, for instance, like, my marathon, like, I know I did it with a pal, but there's nobody there. I wasn't competing against nobody. It was just, like, I was against me. I feel like that's I think when you realize, like, beating you is probably the best thing to do, you're going to improve the most.
No, defo, and I think I believe in that as well. I'm like you. When I go out for a run, I do it via myself.
I think the extra people gives an extra incentive, an extra push
I agree
in
with
that class environment, obviously, which
defo
is what you've got.
Defo in the class environment, I think when it comes to the gym anyway, the demographic of people are coming to the gym because they're not like me and you. Because they need that push. They need that accountability from someone else to give them a plan, to give them a structure to be better, where some people are built differently. Some people can go, I don't need outside factors or other people around me to work hard in a class.
Go get it.
I can go out in the morning and wake myself up at 5 a.m. and go for a run. There's a lot of people who can't. So creating environments where people can become better in a team environment and push themselves and be inspired by other individuals, even if they're not fit or if they are fit. It's like, it's just the starting point for some people.
I think that's a beautiful thing as well, because people might come in with that mentality of, I need to look at someone. But after 6 months of being in that environment, the way they think and operate might be different. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and for you to be able to give someone that place to come, look at someone, fuck, I need to be better, fuck, I need to be better. At the end of, I'm better than him, I'm better than him, I'm better than her, then I've got to be better than myself. And they have that mentality and that go get it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's been instilled in their environment they were in.
And it's first building that momentum first. You've got to have momentum on your side. And when momentum is on your side, you've got to keep continuing. And it's the same saying what Alex Hormozi says. It's that momentum. When that momentum's there, you've got to keep going. So if you start your fitness journey and let's just say you're enjoying it, keep doing the same routine, because things will start to come your way. Even if sometimes you wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, I can't be bothered. That one time you stop going, it's going to kill your momentum. You're not always going to have a good day. Just get it done. And trust me, that momentum will come back on your side. And that's what I've seen with the gym. When I first opened the gym, I was posting videos all the time. So sometimes no one would come to class. Right, I'm going to record myself in the gym talking. I'd have my mum and dad just come to a class, record them both training. And every week I'd just keep posting, keep posting, keep posting, keep posting. If there was one person in the class, record on the Instagram. And now I'm growing where, like this morning, I had 22 people on a 9:30 session. And it's just like, it doesn't matter if there's one, there's two, even if there's one person booked on my class, I'm still going to run it. Because for me, as soon as I do that cancellation, it means that client who came, they're probably going to go, oh, I'm not going to book on that class because Lamar's probably going to cancel it. So it's just showing that commitment to the members. Like, look, I don't care if it's 1 or 24, we're still going to turn up and we're still going to put it on, even if it is just me and that client.
Love that, bro.
Speaking about competitiveness and stuff like that, what keeps you competitive with growing the gym?
Myself, I think I'm over ambitious. Like, I can keep doing. And I want to be my goal is to be the best training facility in the Midlands. So for me, I do compete with myself. Don't get me wrong, you have to look at competition and see what other people are doing, but I always keep my eye on educating myself. If I'm educating myself and learning new things, then I want to display these new things I'm learning. So for me, that's what keeps me motivating, education. I'm always listening to audiobooks, even on the way here. It's a perfect opportunity to get through this book, because I turn 25 in a couple of weeks, and they say your brain just stimulates. It doesn't stimulate as good when you get to 25. So for me, it's like, right, I need to keep reading before I turn 25. It's probably just a myth, but in my head, it's like I need to read as much books as possible. So coming here, it's like, yes, 50-minute drive, 50 minutes on the way back, 2 hours, perfect to just stimulate my brain. But that's what just keeps that competitive drive, because I'm learning and educating myself, and I'm learning new skills. I'm looking at different businesses across the world. I look at America, because again, I feel like America's like 2-3 years ahead of what's going on here. So for me, it's like, if I look at the models, how they're displaying it in America, and I bring it to the UK before other people knock onto it, it's like, boom, I'm a couple of steps ahead. And that's the key thing of competition or business. You've got to be in front of other businesses and do what they're not doing. So I don't even look at what other gyms are doing. I look at what, especially in the UK, I look at what, in like America, what they're doing, and then within my courses or whatever I'm doing to learn, I try and implement that within my business model.
Yeah.
What's the goal with, like, obviously I know what we said about March on, how that is so easily scalable, what they have in place, like with plans and supplements and stuff like that. Have you got anything that you kind of want to have in the pipeline eventually?
So these are all the stuff. It's only me. I'm running this gym on my own, so I think that's the hardest thing. But yeah, I'm looking to kind of do like creatine supplements, like protein shakers, like clothing, just loads and loads of stuff, just to make more income for the gym and just to spread the brand. Yeah, the sky is the limit. I feel like the way 444 is going now, I know in the next kind of 3 years, I just need to keep investing into it, because little stuff like products like that is going to make people feel like, okay, this is actually a brand, like this is a proper thing. This isn't just like a backdoor boot camp. They've got everything here. Do you know what I mean? I want everything in one place. That's why I'm keeping some stuff quiet, because I want to make sure all the plans are in state first. So then when I do launch and I have this thing, it's like, for me, I know it sounds bad, but I can kind of take over my area, because everyone's going to want to come to what I'm doing because of the energy, the effort, like even me getting you boys down to come and do photos, videos. No one's doing it. Like from the Halloween photos as well, the amount of kind of people who have messaged me and reached out, and even the members, they're like, what the? They've seen other people's Halloween sessions around, or the photos, and they're like, what the? Even the effort what people made with the costumes, it's like, that's on another level. I had a lady DM me.
That makes me really happy, by the way.
Yeah. Everyone was coming out, they're so good. Well, appreciate you boys, because for me, that day, stuff went on. We won't get into it, but yeah, it was a mad day.
Keep it stepping.
Yeah, keep it moving. But it's just mad. I had a lady message me. She was like, oh, I want to come and train with you guys. Like, your videos really make me happy. They're really inspiring. Like, I really want to come and train. Like, I train at another gym at the minute. Like, what are your membership prices? Like, your videos are amazing. So for me, it shows that I'm doing the right things, because sometimes people go, oh, I don't really want to be put on Instagram because it makes them feel uncomfortable, or it might put a customer off going, oh, it's just going to record. But for me, I think in this generation, Instagram, like social
Content's
media,
king, bro.
It's the key
Content
thing.
is king.
And it gives people an inside of what the gym is like and what the sessions are like.
Do you not want to grow a personal brand?
That's the thing which I'm going into, which I've been speaking to my mentor about. He's like, look, you need to focus on yourself now. But it's so hard because the gym's booming. I want to focus on my personal brand, but the gym's booming. So I can't leave the gym while the momentum's within the gym. Even though I probably could make more money by investing in myself and doing my own personal thing, it's like I've got a responsibility now to look after this.
And so people are depending on you as well.
And I think that's the thing now. So it's like I could leave the gym, but then I could lose the gym and I could lose people's interest, and people will go, oh, he doesn't care about us. So I know I've probably got to spend maybe another 12 to 18 months putting the systems in the place so the gym can efficiently run via itself and get the right trainers who people can be inspired by. Because I've had members go, Lamar, if you start dropping off more classes, we're going to be gone. And I'm like, oh, like, now this is not good news to me. Even like people message me, oh, we love your classes. And it's like,
Wait, what
I
do you
don't want
mean
to hear
dropping
that.
off more classes?
So obviously,
Like giving it to
I'm
another.
giving more responsibility to other trainers now because I'm trying to help other trainers make an income and like give them an opportunity to grow.
Isn't that like a necessity though of owning a business? Where unless it's like completely like solely you. Like eventually, it's.
I think that's the problem with when you start a business, because I'm still
when you're
like
so involved in it,
independent.
like yourself as well.
And I think that's the thing. People are coming because they're inspired by me. So the other trainers, they have to almost earn the respect from the members. They've got to live up to what I'm doing and what I'm displaying. So if they come to a session and they're not getting the same energy of what I put into a session, they feel it devalues the service. It's like, why am I paying £85 a month if I'm not getting Lamar? They want to get me. So it's like, I've got to make sure I've put the right systems in place and I've got the right trainers who can still help me grow so I actually can move away from the business and still efficiently grow.
Yeah. It's the hardest thing.
I think I could run a class, you know.
Yeah, you could,
think
because
I think I'd be quite good at it.
you've got that thing in you, do you know what I mean? But
Coach H.
In terms of kind of putting your trust in other people with your baby, which is your business, it's the hardest thing. We've previously spoken about it. We had a client say it to us 2 days ago, like, I can't step away because no one's going to do your job like you. No one loves your baby the way you love your baby. It's one of those things that when you grow, it's like finding the right person at the right time. And then are you replacing a time that you'd be there with something that's more productive to the end goal? And just finding that balance. And it's just, yeah, it's tough.
Oh, you. Yeah, you. I know you're looking at yourself right now and you're thinking, why am I not subscribed to the Gooms Podcast? Just do it then, because it helps the boys out more than you actually know. Peace.
I get upset now because I look on the timetable and I go, oh yeah, class tonight. Oh, my name's not on there. It's not me. So then I'll be like, right, I'm just going to go down there for 6 anyway, just to show my face. Yeah. And then the member's like, oh, we didn't think we had you today. Go home. Go and get a coffee. And I'm like, this is my business. Yeah. Like, I want to be here. I want to see what's going on. I want to show my face. I want to show people that I'm invested even when I'm not on a session.
But you said you'll open it up and you'll see at 6 it's not you. So who does it? Like, how does
I've got 2 other trainers. So I've got Tom and I've got Chad. Yeah. So they're growing in the facility. Tom's fairly new. Mm-hmm. He's only had his qualifications for around 6 to 7 months. And obviously Chad, he's come from pure
Tom
gym.
likes his one-on-one PT sessions.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He does at the minute, especially his free ones, free PTs. But I did say to him, to be fair, I was like, look, start offering some of the members some free PT sessions, build yourself up, build your confidence, get the members to kind of know you, because even if they don't sign up for PT with you, if they do want PT, they'll probably be your first point of contact. But then it also help grow your class numbers as well, and almost get you learning how to speak to people and just getting you more involved in the gym, because it is community based. If people don't see that you're interested and don't see that you're around, people are not going to buy into you. So if someone wants PT, they're going to come to me. Oh, Lamar, can you do PT? And for me now, I'm trying to step more away from the PT. For me, I just want to focus on the classes and mainly small group classes, because, or say small group PT, because for me, I feel like I get more energy from a group, and then they bring more energy as well. And you get to see different personalities. You see some people who are quiet in the group, but then you see some people who have got energy, and
you get that competitiveness again as well.
Defo last night, to be fair, I had a men's strength camp. My dad's like, oh, I'm coming down. He's come down. There's a little bit of a sled race at the end. It's fair, it wasn't even a race. They made it into a race. It was just conditioning. It's like 3v3. It's like, let's go. Yeah. And obviously he brought that energy, brought that mood, and yeah, I just love it.
I actually saw you put a story on. I'm making grown ass men run around like school kids or something.
Yeah. The thing is, the model of the strength camp is, for me, it's to make kind of men feel like they're back in the school days again. So like that PE lesson, do you know, when it's a bit competitive, or sports day, because a lot of men from the age of 50, or I think it's 40. No, it's less than that. I think it's like 30. They never sprint again. From like 30, it's mad. Like they don't sprint.
Think about it though. It makes sense. Well, why would they sprint? They go to the gym, they do a jog, they push some weight. I opened my legs out for the first time in a long time the other day, and I blew H out the water. We were running. We did 8K, and it would just hit this uphill. And he goes, "I'll race you to the top." Then I goes, "Come on, then 3, 2, 1, boom."
I think that's the thing, though. I think that's where, for me, I feel like I am offering a good service because, like, again, if these men haven't sprinted in such a long time, it's like, how do they actually? You want to feel young, and sometimes I've got a guy who's 66, Rob. Like when he first come,
Shout out, Rob.
Shout out, Rob. You know who you are. But he came to the strength camp and he thought he wasn't going to be able to do it because everyone else was like 20 years younger. But he's grown into the group. The other lads are motivating him. He's like deadlifting 110 kg. He's coming in.
66?
Yeah, he's coming in, and I think it's his birthday as well. His birthday last week. But you can see his energies change as well. When he first come in, you could see he looks a little bit depressed. Like you could see he works long hours and he's coming in for the kind of exercise to make him feel better. But over the last 3 months since he's been doing it, he's got a spring in his step. He's dancing around. He's happy, even with his wife and his kids who come to the gym as well. They can see a difference with him, with his friends, with his nutrition. He's switched up all his food. You can see he feels young again, where if he wasn't coming to the gym and he wasn't in that environment, he'd probably be, as soon as he finishes work, sat on the couch, having a pack of crisps, having a glass of wine, and then just repeating that same cycle again. So he's almost got a purpose now.
How does that feel that you've given somebody the opportunity to like come into their element again and feel young again? Like you did that.
It feels good. I'm not going to lie. That's why what pushes me to keep and growing and keep and trying to help other people, because at the end of the day, I think that's what I think my purpose is, that fulfillment, because that's what 444 stands for. Is you're on the right journey, you're on the right path, and you're being guided on your mission. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. We're helping individuals who are lost, and we're helping them find themselves again. And for me, it just means the world that people are coming in and enjoying the service, and they're bringing their friends, they're bringing their family. It is just truly like amazing of what's being built over kind of 14 months. For where now I feel like people are knowing who 444 Fitness is. And like, again, I think it's just the start, and we are here to take over now. 2024,
Let's
it's
go.
2020 444. That's the year now. I'm going to be branding that all through the year. 2020, 444's at the end. We are here to take over now.
Let's go, bro. I love that for you, man. I want to ask you something, because we kind of went through it ourselves. And I'm just curious. When you started your business and you said it was just you, was that period like lonely when there's one person turning up?
Oh, defo.
You're spending so much time like putting work in when your boys are going out for a drink or they're going wherever. You stop getting that phone call, or what was that process like?
For me, like I've already said, I isolate myself anyway. I don't go out. I don't drink. I haven't drunk in nearly 12 months. I've done 11 months now sober. No alcohol. I've been doing something called monk mode, where you kind of have like, you set yourself 4 things to do every day of the year. If that's just to like read a book for half an hour or don't drink alcohol. That's
Did you
what
get that
I've
from
been doing.
E-Man, by the way?
Yeah. There we go. That monk mode kind of thing. But yeah, when I first started the business, it was lonely. The first day I opened, I had 4 people booked on the class, but they were all trialists. None of them were members. So I was kind of in my bed, depressed, like anxiety, because I've just come from a gym where you're getting 20, 30 people a class. It was stressful. Do you know what I mean? That the first 2-week period, I'd done a 2-week free trial. So no one was a member. So it was like, right, after these 2 weeks,
who's going to pay me?
Who's going to pay me? And my direct debit for the first maybe 4 months was like 250 quid. Shit. Do you know what I mean? The bills to pay. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe it's like, I think it's like 2.5 grand, but that's not with the app. Do you know what I mean? With, let's just say, like my own bills as well. Like, so it was like £250 on direct debit. So I think that was like 4 members, 3 members. Yeah. So it was like mad. But then I had family support, but it was stressful because you've got the competition who you've just left, and then you're seeing all their numbers, and they're all putting like little digs or like, yeah, this is what a proper class looks like, or yeah, wear this and wear that. So
were you getting that?
Yeah, like that was the type of stuff. Like
sour that
like
is.
It was proper sour. I'm not gonna lie. Like even people were coming over just to support me, and they would send over like the eyes emoji, like, oh, what you doing there? Or do you know what I mean? And make these people feel uncomfortable. And for me, it's like, look, I've just left. I'm trying to do my own thing. People are coming over to support, to help me get footage, to help me get photos so I can promote my business. Do you know what I mean? And you've got other people reaching out, oh, don't go there, or why are you there? Or do you know what I mean? And for me,
that's fucked, you know. Especially in that, like, in the fitness game, really, your whole sole purpose is to help better the people that come in, right? And you came in as somebody looking for an opportunity. You learned the skill set that you needed, and then you went and gave something a fucking go.
I feel like the PT community, though, from like what I see from them, like the whole fitness community, like when you're super involved in it, like I don't think it's the most pleasant place.
No, it's toxic. People build cults, you see, and that's what I'm trying not to build. I think for me, if someone comes and wants to go somewhere else, it's like, cool, appreciate it. Look, the door's always going to be open. You're not going to walk through the gym and go, well, no one's going to be like, try it. It's like, look, it is what it is. You're going to do what works for you at that current period of time. I've had people who came, trialed the like Lamar, kind of, there's no atmosphere, there's no energy, there's no community. Like, look, and I was like, look, I respect that. You need to do what's best for your fitness journey, because you don't want to be coming to a place where there's no energy, there's no people coming to a session, and it makes you want to stop training. It's like, look, do what you need to do. I'm going to keep grafting, I'm going to keep working. Now, those members who left are now coming back because they're seeing what's going on, and they're seeing that we're growing and there's energy and there's stuff where someone's putting 110% off and offering a service. Yeah. So for me, that's just, it's just part of the journey.
We were there for the Halloween session, bro, and you fucking worked them to the ground. Their rest period was harder than some of the exercises they were doing. But they're going for it, though. They're going for it. Everybody's going for it, and they're like, someone's like, they got a smile on their face, they're giggling. You're taking the piss out of people whilst throwing the things around, and like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's a nice environment to be in. It really reminds me of our gym as well, in that sense. And I know that's not an easy thing to create and to build, so hats off.
What's the hardest thing that you had to go through with building the business, bro?
The hardest thing I had to go through, how can I describe it? I think, you know what? It was just coming away from somewhere where it was good.
It was that very start?
Yeah, like I was earning good money. Like I had a Mercedes A35. I was earning good money. So I think that was the hardest thing, coming away from maybe earning like 3-4 grand a month consistently to then earning nothing. And then you've got your small group of people, like PT clients, who stayed with you. But I think it was the anxiety and the sleepless nights. I think that was the hardest thing to get through, because when you're seeing other gyms doing wow, I had to just turn off my phone. I thought, I can't look at what they're doing. I've just got to focus on me. I think that was the toughest part, not looking at velocity. It was like, I've just got to focus on my journey. Just worry about me. And that's things will come into place.
Says as well, with the whole social media thing, it's toxic when you're in that building phase, because you're looking at everybody that's in the places that you want to be. It's like, why aren't I there? And you wake up and you're still not there. And you go again, you're still not there. You're still not there. You're still not there. And they're still there, going to the restaurants. They've got the nice cars. They're bringing in the money. Do you know what I mean? They're traveling the world, all the places you want to get to. And you're still in the slums. You're still, and when you've had a taste of it as well, to come from there, back there, to try and build something that's your own as well, to get back. Same as us.
It's easy to increase. It's one of the easiest things to increase your quality of life, but then to decrease it is probably one of the hardest things you can do. To not be able to go out for food, like there's nice places that you'd want to all the time.
I think that's the hardest thing though, because I feel like it has put an effect on my relationship as well, because I'm constantly just working. So for me, it's all about the gym. So when I come home, I ain't trying to go out for a meal. I ain't trying to go to the cinema. I literally just want to have something to eat and watch my Formula 1. That's it. Formula 1, that's it.
It is a banging sport, to be fair.
Isn't it just boring now? Because just Verstappen wins everything now.
Yeah, I know, but for me, I'm still intrigued on what's going on, because like people like Lewis Hamilton, like for me, he's one of the people who inspire me to do well. Do you know what I mean? Because he's just
Big G.
Yeah, his mentality. He never really complains to an extent where he shows bad sportsmanship. It's almost like he just gets on with it, especially the Abu Dhabi 2021
robbed as well,
situation. He was like, he shook Max's hand and it was just like, we go again, we fight another day. And that's how I feel like my journey is going. It's like, look, stuff should have happened, but it hasn't. But what am I going to do? Complain, moan, not do anything? I've got to keep picking myself up and just keep continuing doing what I'm doing. And for me, it's like I'm only at 10%. I know there's still another 90 for where I can get to personally and 444 can get to. We're only 10% in and it's only been 14 months. So again, I think there's big things coming.
Have you always had this go-get-it attitude?
Yeah. I've never really had a lot of friends. Like I've always been kind of hated because of my mentality and how I do things. I always put myself first. I'm never influenced. No one can influence me.
Comes across arrogant, doesn't it?
It does come across arrogant. And I think that's sometimes where I feel like I can be perceived if it's via social media or if people meet me for the first time. I think he's arrogant. But it's not that I'm arrogant. It's that I like to keep myself to myself. And then when you get to know me, it's like, bloody hell, this guy's a bit of a weirdo. Do you know what I mean? Because I can just do weird shit. Like people know me at Oxford. When I first went there, it's like, this guy's like, what's he doing? He's just quiet. And then you find out that I'm probably one of the funniest people. My personality, I'm a bit, like I said, I'm an introvert. I'm a bit weird. Like around new people, I'm a bit conscious and I just like to keep myself to myself. I keep my guard up. But I think that's what's drive me well because I do my own thing and I do well at doing stuff, or I've always been good at kind of everything, or okay, it's almost like people think I'm cocky or arrogant, but it's not the fact of that. It's just I know that I'm good at something, or even if I'm not good, I'll go and study. Like we had a table tennis table. I was playing against a guy called Dan. Amazing table tennis player.
Where was this?
At Velocity when I was there. We had a table tennis table. And he was beating me all the time. Like I was losing my head. This guy must have beat me 10 times in a row. And I was like, what the hell? So what I've done is I went and invested in a table tennis racket. I spent 200 quid on a racket. Looked on YouTube, looked at how to hold the racket, looked at like how to spin the ball, just all these different tactics.
Just so you could beat him.
Just so I could beat him.
He did that.
I pulled up. We went to go play pool, and like obviously like I wouldn't say I'm the best naturally talented at things, but my best talent is my ability to learn. Probably similar to you, bro.
Yeah.
Like we go pool and I'm like, I'll usually like I might finish second last, like last sometimes. I was like, nah, not today. So like before when I was waiting for him, I was on TikTok. I was like, how to play pool. Went and I spanked him like 5 games on the trot. Beat him.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. You were fuming. I was putting the snaps in the chat.
It wasn't, bro. The time before we went, we played 9 games and I beat him 9 times. And every single time I potted the black ball, the camera was up. What's going on, H? Yeah. Rack up, loser. That's our thing. If you lose, you have to rack up.
I think that's the thing, though. I think for me, that's why I feel like I'm doing well in what I'm doing. Because, like you said, that mindset of wanting to learn, even when I'm not good at something, I'm going to go and study or I'm going to go and learn. And if I can get on the same level as you, then what I will do is I'll find how to beat you. Even if I'm not as good as you, I'll find a way. If that's slowing you down a little bit.
Did you beat this Dan dude?
Yeah. Yeah, we got to the level where we were drawing. So I'd win 5 games. He would win 5 games. Then it got to the point where I'd beat him and he couldn't beat me. And I was like, yes, I've completed it now.
Do you know what you've reminded me of? When there was this thing about Ronaldo. I can't remember what team he was playing for, but he got.
I think it was United.
They were playing ping pong, and he got spanked by the whole team. And he bought a ping pong table, and he practiced it for ages and came back and beat everyone.
Yeah, that's my mentality. I absolutely hate to lose.
Oh, same, bro.
And I think for me, if I lose,
even against my girl, that's good, bro. I have to beat her everything.
I lost once at bowling and I was fuming. She's trying to hug me and shit. I was, get off me, bro. I don't want to hug you right now.
Yeah, even with my little brother, he's only 11 and he tries to compete with me all the time. And it's like, bro, you're a little man. Just chill out. You're not on my level yet. Yeah, I'm better than you at FIFA. Yeah, I'm better than you at go-karting. Like, we went go-karting. Imagine he probably weighs about 30 kg. So, of course, you're going to be quicker than me in a straight line, mate. Yeah. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm quicker than you. I'm like, look, let me put 60 kg in your go-kart and let's see who wins. But yeah, it's good though, because I like that my brother's got that mentality early, because I know when he does get older and he does start doing things, he's got that winning mentality anyway, and I think it is a good thing to have in kids.
You're going to bring them...
Oh, go on. I think we're going to say the same question.
I was going to say, you're going to bring them to get involved in your whole
Yeah,
project?
like, I think for me, the main goal is to make them footballers now. Now that I know what I've went through, I can guide them of what they need to do naturally.
How many brothers you got?
I've got 2 brothers.
Both younger than yours?
Yeah, both younger, 11 and 7. So I want to nature them in a way where I want them to be tough, but also want them to be disciplined. But I know there's a backup plan anyway. If they don't make it as footballers, I'm going to have something which is going so well. Anything they want to do, I can support them with. It doesn't have. They don't have to be personal trainers. I want to make sure I've got a business where it just hits so much different windows. If they wanted to do anything, I could support them within that revenue.
If they want to be involved in finances, they can deal with that department. If they want to do marketing, etc., etc.
Yeah, that's it.
Something I wanted to say earlier, but you were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt you. But back to when you were talking about footballers and how you didn't control kind of like your own destiny and stuff like that. And funnily enough, it was actually Eman who said it. It was like footballers are just well-paid slaves.
Yeah.
They get told everything to do.
Be at the training ground at 9. You've got to be here at the coach is leaving. If you don't turn up, you're getting benched, or I'm fining you, or
I'm probably this is probably going to be a clip, and everybody's probably going to be fuming about it. But it's so true, though. It's like,
yeah, I think earning money is just part of a job, isn't it? You work to earn money, but for me as a footballer, like you said, you're restricted on what you can do. You can't go on holiday when you want to go on holiday. You can't do certain things. You're always in the public eye. I think it is that settle of you're being told what to do. Do you know? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. At the end of the day, you're a slave. You are a slave to the business for a long period of time.
And like media training, you finish the game, you've had a storm, and what you really want to say is, "I was shit today," but you got to say, "Yeah, well, we're going to keep working. Thanks to the fans for coming out." And like you can see that that's not even what they want to say, but they have to.
I think when you get older, though, you realise that being a footballer isn't everything, because even when you look at the wages now, I was shocked at what, say, some League 1 and League 2 players earn. It's like, it's near enough not a salary where you could actually live on as a normal person. Some of them are...
What?
Yeah, it's mad. Like, some of them are earning maybe £900, £1,100 per week.
In League 1?
In League 1, League 2.
You know that for a fact?
Yeah, that's a fact. Some of
them
them...
in League 1, they earn like 3-4 grand a week.
No.
There's some people that are like playing in like step 4, 5, 6 that are making 1,500 quid a week.
Yeah, it's mad.
How does that work?
Like, one of my mates, I shouldn't say his name, I'm not going to say his name, but obviously he was playing in League 1. He says the highest earner was earning £1,800 per week at a League 1 club. So when you look at it, and that was the top earning player. So what is everyone else earning? £1,000 a week. Do you know what I mean? Then when you look at it, everything goes through the books anyway. So you're getting taxed, 20-25% of your money. So some of them are probably earning maybe 40, 50K a year. But you see on Instagram that they're portraying these lives like they're making loads of money, but they're not.
You've really shocked me with that. Honestly, because I mean, even just stupid stuff. Like when I was at Worcester City, like the highest paid player at Worcester was on 800 quid at Worcester City, and that's turn up. It's not even full time.
No, it's mad.
So I don't.
When I was at Oxford YDS, I was getting paid £90 a week
on a scholar though.
Yeah, but £90 a week at a 16-year-old, like you get paid your wages. You know what I mean? Your food, your drink, you buy a pair of crepes. So your money's done.
Yeah.
To be fair, when I was 16 in the shop, I was doing 120 a week. That baller lifestyle, man.
We was killing it, bro.
No.
We thought we was killing it. But again, you said earlier, from going like when you were working at the previous gym to where you went to the clean slate, we went through that as well, because we were always used to having the money. It was always coming. The money was always going to come. We worked hard for it, but it was always coming. And now we probably work harder at our own thing. It's not coming yet. And it's not been coming for a year yet. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's tough.
Well,
it's tough.
The way I see things is when you get people buying into you and what you love to do, and people can see that you care about it, people will invest. I think that's the key thing which I had to do. I had to put my face out there. I had to show more about me, because if I wasn't doing social media and Instagram, I probably would have no business. I'd have no gym. So I think because people can relate to me, or people can go, that trainer's going to motivate me, and they're seeing these videos and they're seeing me be persistent, and even like I'll message people, I'll email people. I'm reading a book now, 10X by Grant Cardone. I think he said 90% of businesses don't follow up on people who have already inquired, who are interested. So if you're not following up on the people who have already inquired before, it might take them 3 months to join, but that 3 months, they're coming back to you. And if you're not following up on them, then you've lost a customer.
What do you mean? I'm trying to think.
90%.
There's never been a situation where we've done that, because anybody that shows interest, we're like, yep, let's get on a phone call straight away. But I'm trying to think how someone would show interest, and 90% of businesses aren't going to.
They're not following up. So what Grant was saying is the turnover of someone when they first inquire, the number's about 10% that they go and sign up straight away for a product or service. And then another 90% of people might inquire and just air you. Especially for the gym industry, that's what I've kind of noticed. If it's a referral from a friend, they're more likely going to join because it's come from a friend.
A referral's the best
Referrals are the
way
best.
to get business ever.
Referrals are the best. If people are just DMing you and asking for a price, they just want to know the price.
Yeah, being nosy.
That's it.
Yeah.
But referrals are the best way forwards for any business. And I think if you build a good community and you've got good relationships with your clients, that's how I kind of found out about you boys. From someone who come to the gym who referred you. So because I had that referral, you boys sent me a quote, other people sent me a quote, but I wasn't going just for the cheapest person. I could have had the cheapest person, but because I had that initial referral, it gave me the confidence that these boys are going to come and do a job. So for me, it's not always about price. And I think the people who inquire, who haven't had that referral, their main issue first is price. As soon as you say, all right, we're £85 a month, no reply. Do you know when you get the referral from a friend? Oh, such and such, or Lamar, I'm bringing such and such to the session.
It's a in-home. I know that you listened to the book as well, the $100 million leads. Obviously, he spoke about getting like the best way to create a lead. Is obviously the best way to create a lead is from is through referrals and stuff like that. And the best way to do that is to generate those type of leads is by offering your customers like an incentive to actually do that. That's something that we should need to implement. I don't know whether you do anything like that as well.
Yeah, what I do is I have on my app, everyone can bring a friend. So I don't even have to, the member doesn't even have to reach out to me. It's like, I've added a +1 on the app. They'll probably send me, I've added a +1 on the app, Lamar. I'll see you on Saturday. The names.
But as many as they
Joe
want a month?
Only one.
One a month, yeah.
Well, I'm just kind of flexible. If it's a new person, a new friend, it's like, bring them through. Let them try the services. So that's kind of my kind of intake of referral, as people can just bring someone for a free taster, and if they like it, they either buy credit tokens or sign up. But another thing is...
Wait, what's a credit token?
So I have a membership, or people can buy credit tokens where there's no commitment. You can just come when you like.
So if I buy 5 credit tokens, I can turn up to 5 sessions?
Yeah, you can turn up to 5 sessions in that way. But another thing Humosi taught me is you actually already have leads. So if you look at your followers, look at all the people who are following you, they're following you for a reason. So if you're not getting in contact with them and you're waiting for them to get in contact with you, that's your mistake there. That's the arrogance. Get in contact with them. Send them a message. Thanks for following us. Thanks for the support. If you need anything, or you want to come and train, or you want a free taster session, don't be afraid to drop us a message. So that's what I do. I have these systems in place. When someone new follows me, I'll get a list of people. I'll probably wait for the month, and then I'll message them at the end of the month. Oh, thanks for following us. But I know I need to do it straight away, because you have that.
You can do an automated message.
Going to say.
Yeah.
You can set up something through Instagram.
Through Instagram, if they follow you straight away.
Yeah, and it sends them a message. Thank you for the follow. These are our services. If you want more.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you need a marketing agency, man. That's what you need.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm looking for in the new year, though. Like I spoke to you boys about the website and stuff like that, the leads, the marketing. I know that's the key thing to get the gym to the next level. Yeah. But even other stuff, what I learned, I was...
Call Mosey to do your gym launch, man.
I know. He doesn't do it no more. Or if he did, in his new book, it says, if your business is turning over 2 million. Is it it's either 1 million or 2 million. If you're earning over 1 million in profits, then he'll support your business. I'm nowhere near there yet.
Wait a couple of years.
Yet.
No, you know what? Wait to the end of 2020 444, and then it might be
maybe I might be a quarter of the way. That's the plan, a quarter of the way. But another thing as well is, which I learned as well, which would be good for some gym owners as well. Don't sign your members up for direct debit. What you want to do is you want to get them on card, because if they cancel the direct debit, it's hard to get the money. With card, if you've got your terms and conditions in place, you can literally send the bank the terms and conditions and they just reimburse you the money back. So if that member tries to cancel before their notice, send it over to the bank. Look, this member, they signed an agreement. They've got to give 30 days notice before they cancel. With the card payment, it's hard for them to fight back with the bank. That's what I learned literally this week with one of the ladies who runs my app for me. She's like, look, I'd come off the direct debit. She's from Spain. She's like, in Spain, we don't work with direct debit because people can just cancel it via the bank and you can't fight it back.
Is there anything that you want to add to today's episode, bro, or should we round up?
I think I've said a lot of things. I know I could have said a lot more. I think this is the first time me doing it. So
we'll run it back, bro. Don't
worry. It's hard. It's hard for me to just get comfortable and used to speaking. There is loads of stuff in my head. I don't feel like I've done stuff in the right order, to be fair, because the journey has been mad, to be fair, for where I've got to today. But yeah, I just want to inspire other people to start their own business, do their own thing, and have a positive mindset. I think a lot of people, they're blaming other circumstances or outside sources. Blame yourself. Look in the mirror. If you're not doing anything, that's down to you. Do you know what I mean? That's how you achieve stuff, by doing stuff by yourself. Stop relying on other people to do stuff for you. You've got to get up in the morning and work as hard as you can to achieve your dreams.
Love that. Well,
serious.
You fired me the fuck up, to be fair, during this episode, bro. Congratulations for everything you've done. I hope the people at home listening have taken some shit from Lamar as well, and you apply them to yourselves. And we like to say that our listeners are in the top 1%, as we're the top 1% of podcasts.
Oh, lovely.
So you have joined the top 1% now as well. So congratulations.
Appreciate that.
But yeah, anyway, listen, people, appreciate you all tuning in. As per usual, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, turn that bell notification on so you get notified every time we release a podcast. And we'll see you all next week.
Catch us later, man. Love.
Peace.